Welcome. Come on in. Have a seat. Let's talk a while. My name is Coleman Pratt, and I want to welcome you to Keeping Guard. And in this inaugural video, I want to share a little bit more about who I am and the ministry of Keeping Guard that you might have read on the website. I've been in the ministry for over 40 years. And as I was approaching retirement, I was asking God, what does your next chapter from my life look like? I was reading during that time in the book of Numbers. I was just in my regular quiet time reading through the scriptures, and I came to Numbers chapter 8. And in Numbers chapter 8, verses 23 through 26 in the ESV, the heading there says retirement of the Levites. Well, as you can imagine, because of how I'd been praying and what I was approaching, that immediately engaged my attention. Now in Numbers chapter 8, verses 23 through 26, God is giving instructions to the Levites who are coming to do service in the tent of meeting. They're coming into the ministry. He gives instruction there. They're to come in at the age of 25 and they're to retire at the age of 50. Well, what I found really engaging is that I was approaching exactly 25 years as the lead pastor of this local church. Additionally, God gave me this text of scripture in Numbers, 25 years minus 1 day from the very day that he called me to be the lead pastor of this local church. Well, those things kind of converged in my heart, and I think I heard God say, this is your next chapter. Because in Numbers chapter 8, verses 23 through 26, God speaking to the Levites who are retiring at age 50, he gives them their next assignment. For he tells them there that they are to minister to their brothers by keeping guard. And that's where the name came from. And for me, my brothers are other pastors and ministry leaders, both men and women, that God has called into ministry. Listen, we both know that ministry is hard. I was reading some time ago that some 1,500 to 1,700 pastors a month leave the ministry. The primary reason? Discouragement. Now, while that statistic saddens me, what saddens me even further is that it doesn't surprise me. That's why at Keeping Guard, I want to focus on three areas as I have the opportunity to engage and interact with you and other pastors and ministry leaders. The first area is the soul, our interior world, because there is nothing more important than our soul. And ministering out of a healthy soul is of paramount importance. The second area is the pastor or ministry leader's family. I know the kind of strain and stress that doing ministry can bring upon a family and how important having a supportive and a healthy family is to the pastor and or ministry leader. And the third area that I want Keeping Guard to kind of give attention to is the people that a pastor is called to, or the people that a ministry leader ministers to. So the soul, the family, and the people that we are called to are going to be the primary focus of Keeping Guard. So how does that look? How do I do that? Well, one way on my website, there's a contact form. If you're interested in having a conversation, you can reach out through that contact form via email and contact me, and we can have a conversation and even talk about what a coaching or a mentoring relationship might look like moving forward. Another way that I hope for Keeping Guard to focus on those areas is through videos just like this. In these videos, I want to think about a couple of different things. I want to talk about what I'm going to call the pastor's corner. Now, in the pastor's corner, I want to have the opportunity to share with other ministry leaders and pastors some things that God has taught me, oftentimes through failure, not success. Opportunities that God might give me to share some of the things that God has shown me through the years. Second area on these videos is what I'm going to call the sermon corner. Listen, I know the weekly grind of having to preach every week, and for some of you, you are giving more than one message, maybe two, or like I did for many, many years, 3 different messages a week. In the sermon corner, I want to just use sermon ideas, sermon nuggets that God has used in my life through the years that perhaps you could take, that God could use in your life to ignite a direction or an inspiration for an upcoming message or a study that you're leading. The third area in these videos that I want to call the illustrated corner. Listen, we both know the importance of an illustration, how a person hears a sermon or how they apply it and what they walk away with. Listen, in keeping guard, I want keeping guard to put a dent in that number of 1,500 to 1,700 pastors a month. Pastor, ministry leader, the call of God on your life is incredibly important. And I want to do whatever God would allow me to do to encourage you, to equip you, to fulfill your call with integrity, joy, purpose, and faithfulness. Listen, thanks so much for joining me on this inaugural video. Please be checking back as I plan to be posting regular videos on this channel. I'm so glad that you've joined me, and I want you to know that I'm praying for every single person that joins me on these videos. I may not know your name yet, but I'm already praying for you. I hope God gives a special favor and blessing on you and your ministry in the days ahead, and look forward to interacting with you here and on my website, keepingguard.org. God bless you.